Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mehek. I hope you guys are all fine, and like always I also hope that you guys are reading. Back with the book of the week that I finished. It's called Not Quite a Disaster After All. It's by Buku Sarkar. It's a hardcover, quite an interesting book cover if you see. Coming to the plot of the story, we have our two main characters, Anjali and Anita, and the book opens in Calcutta. So we see Anjali, who comes from a very privileged lifestyle. She has wealthy parents. She lives in this huge house in Calcutta, joint family, lot of cousins, and she has a lot of servants around to attend to her needs and her family needs. Holidays typically means going to Europe, leisure holidays, and she's usually someone who is a rebel and misfit in her family. Now, on one of these family vacations when they are in Switzerland, she sees a couple kissing. And that's when she realized, that this is what is missing from her life. Not a guy or a couple kissing, but this sense of freedom, no one judging you, freedom, and absolutely enjoying a space where there's no judgment at all. So this is something that she was missing back home. Eventually we see that she grows up and she kind of escapes to New York to get that sense of freedom. Now, while she's in New York, she starts dating this bartender guy called Shane. He is someone her family would completely disapprove of, but that's all the more reason that she's dating him. Like I said, always been a rebel. Eventually, however, Shane and Anjali drifts apart because the personalities are completely contrasting. She's someone who likes her voice to be heard. She's fierce, full of passion, whereas Shane is someone who lacks passion and ambition in his life, and he almost has like a zen-like demeanor. Eventually, we see Anjali settling down in London, where she is now an established author and has found her passion in writing. Next, another character that we have, who is Anita. She is someone who lives in Ohio. She's actually friends with Anjali. Together they spend quite few years, memorable days in New York. Both of them grew very close, and they spent their initial years in New York together. Now she's someone who is settled in Ohio. She's married, she has a kid, and why I say struggling is because her life is quite mundane and her husband is a chauvinist. Now, she's currently come back to New York because post the motherhood, she's trying to find her life back. She's trying to find her way back to the corporate life. She's looking for a new job, and also she's trying to find herself. Once in New York, she's on a window shopping trip, and suddenly she looks at a dress and a potential dress that she could buy, but suddenly she's reminded of her husband, and it hits her that what all is wrong with her marriage. She's reminded of the fact or the truth that her husband is a chauvinist. He is someone who constantly criticizes her and scrutinizes her of her choices, like Indian eating habits or her reactions to the New York Magazine articles, what articles she likes reading, etc. So these are the two women, the contrast that we read about, who has absolutely contrasting lifestyle. One is enjoying her freedom. She's someone who is independent, does not like, the responsibility of a family, whereas we have Anita, who has, who is bounded by by her marriage and motherhood, and is now looking out ways to kind of spread her wings. This is pretty much is what the plot is all about, and that's exactly what my issue with the book is, that the author only provides us with a glimpse of these two characters' lifestyle. We are actually not deep diving into these characters, like where do they come from, what are they doing, and it's all, I feel like it's all so rushed through. Like the end is so bizarre. I was just like, what is happening? It's a short book. It's, I think, hardly 200 pages. Although the title says Not Quite a Disaster After All, but I'm going to go ahead and say that for me it was a disaster. As a reader, I did not find myself being hooked to this book at all. The characters were not likable. Nothing about the plot kept me, turning pages, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's all on this book. I'm reading a very interesting book right now, which I'm really excited to share the book review with you guys next week. So till then, take care, bye-bye, keep reading, and for those of you who have not subscribed to my channel, I hope you do it now. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.